And in that Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, Oregon taking on Indiana. I called Indiana the bullies of college football after they spank-a-lankaed the Alabama Crimson Tide in the Rose Bowl. Trust me, the day I was in the Rose Bowl, very nervous with my Team 144 Michigan Wolverines taking on the Alabama Crimson Tide in that game. I wish there was a rocking chair in that building. There was not. That game went into overtime. Also had no idea that would wind up being Nick Saban's last game as head coach in college football, and we'd be sending him to ESPN full-time.
So they should be thanking you guys.
You know what? Yes. But they should be thanking Michigan football for everything.
Oh.
Anyway, long story short, I shouldn't talk. Listen, the reason why I'm bringing this all up now is Indiana is, in fact, the bullies. Yep. And the face of the bully is that man, Curt Cignetti. This man, is this the man that has wrecked the buffet for virtually every college football team taking on Indiana that thinks they're the Indiana of old? Yes.
This man.
How dare Alabama threaten to go for it on fourth down only to pull up stakes, then go out and go for it on fourth down against this man. He will create a meme on you.
Roll Tide.
With his looks and his arched eyebrows and his demeanor that ranges anywhere from crusty to nasty. So he stepped to the podium in Atlanta, Georgia, prior to this Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, and was asked about a former player telling The Athletic that Coach Cignetti is never satisfied and never happy. Coach was asked if that's true. Here's his response.
No, that's not right. I mean, there's a lot of times I am happy, I just don't show I'm happy. And if I'm going to ask my players, right, to play the first game, first play, to play 150 the same regardless of the competitive circumstances, then I can't be seen on the sideline, right, high-fiving people and celebrating, or what's going to happen, right? What's the effect going to be, right? So that's why I am like I am during the game. I'll smile and celebrate later in the coaches' room with the coaches, you know, maybe have a beer. Of course, in the playoffs, you got to do 9 or 10 different press conferences after the game. So that's about an hour and a half later. You know, people ask, do you ever get to enjoy this? And last week I asked Jeff Cake, I said, we just won the game, and I got 10 press conferences I got to do after the game. When am I going to enjoy this? So, no, I do smile, and I am happy at times.
He smiled right there.
He smiled. Smiles, everyone. Smile.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
You know what?
Hour and a half. That's Pittsburgh
great.
right there.
This is how much I love the guy. The fact that he would say he can't enjoy a win because he's got to talk to people like me and colleagues of mine in the industry. I'll even look past that and say, I understand. 10 press conferences. Probably only had to do one. But who's to argue with this man? We are all rent payers in this man's world right now. Look at that guy. Faces of Cignetti. Great fantasy team name if there was a college football team in a fantasy world.
Well, he might be elsewhere in a couple weeks.
I keep saying that NFL should kick tires on this man, but he seems very happy where he is.
He does.
Ruling the Indiana Roost, hour 1 in the books on radio, still here on ESPN and Disney Plus. And
I would advise NFL teams with openings to just wait until Indiana's season's over.
Well, no, you got to kick
hiring.
the tire now. You got to kick the tire. That's why I said
He's focused.
That's why I said on Monday's show, you go to his people and say, "We are sorry for bothering.
Yeah, we don't want to bother you.
We don't want to bother you. You have to lead with, I'm sorry." Mm-hmm. At least that's the way I would handle this, man.
Ease your way in the door. Don't just barge in.
We Googled you. Yeah, it seems like you like money because you know the value of it with the players you keep getting in the portal. And, you know, you got Mark Cuban scratching checks for you. And I understand this space on ESPN, normally filled by a Pennsylvania guy who loves West Virginia football. And that guy right there is a former West Virginia quarterback from Pittsburgh, PA. So this is not the first time anybody's tuned into this part of the ESPN day schedule to hear Cignetti's praises sung. I love this guy and did from jump. We had him on. Remember we did it. He's the only, I think, sports person we ever did a celebrity true or false with.
Right.
Because his dad's a Hall of Fame coach, and he's just a fascinating dude. And certainly if he is just giving all these arched eyebrows and everyone's wondering, who are you, Curt? And he seems to be the last guy that wants to share with anybody anything to do with anything twitching in the direction of having nothing to do with wins or losses. And now here comes Oregon with their own coach with a special kind of crazy, too. This is going to be a fun game on Friday night, a Big Ten championship game where they hold the SEC championship game. And wouldn't that be interesting if Miami eliminates the SEC from competition tonight? Or Ole Miss survives and goes to the national championship game without Lane Kiffin, only to run into the faces of Cignetti at the end of the day. This guy, the guardian at the gate.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.